Hi everyone, so today I'm going to challenge myself to use these pieces of cardstock I have left over. It's basically the same pieces here, just the back side of the one. From when I made this project here, I had quite a bit of paper left, but these are the bigger chunks that I have, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to make a card out of it. So start from stash, of course, coded here. You know, if anything I'm using is still available, I'll try to link those for you guys. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if your purchase times those links. I think still work. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I want to say this is shy of 7 inches, isn't it? Okay. So maybe we make a landscape card. I don't do that very often. This print is also kind of odd, maybe even for a landscape card, but you know, whatever, we can try it. It's an interesting print because when I go this way, I feel like that's upside down, and if I do it this way, then you know this one's kind of coming from the side, but then these are upside down, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll try. 5x7 card base. If you're making your own, that would be 7x10 scored at 5 inches. I mean, it's hard to make a tent fold. You would have to use 2 different pieces of cardstock and stick them together. So I hardly ever do tent fold unless it already came that way. But okay, we're gonna do landscape mode, which I don't think I ever do with a 5x7. I also have some border dies I would like to use today, so if I can find those. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many things for, you know, July crafting days. And yeah, there's a lot going on there. Let's see. Okay, fine, I'll use it this way, and maybe I'll use this side of it because I'm going to put a strip in the middle anyway, so some of this will be covered. So I'm not going to go quite 7 inches. You know, I like matte layers, so I'm going to do 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. Okay. And then, you know, maybe something like that, right? And then I want a piece down here because this is not 7 inches wide, and it's not even 6 7/8. So I'm going to use this side, but it is kind of funky here. So I'm going to choose, do I want this piece that has like this kind of thing going to it, or do I want to use this other side? It doesn't matter, but I'm going to choose one. So let me see. And whatever that is, that's what's going to dictate how wide this is. You know, if it's kind of cut off at the same area, which would be like here. That is like 1.5, maybe a little over 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, just so I can kind of center on this. And then I need to cut this down to 4 7/8. So let me see if I can do that in a way that's kind of even. Ooh, hold on. No. Okay, let me go down here a little bit. I'll take a little bit off of this side. I'm just going to go for it right now, just so it looks a little more even. And then 4 7/8 over here. I probably could have done that a little better. Oh no, look. It looks almost the same, right? The way this ends. Pretty good. Okay, and that's going to go like here. And then I'm going to take some border dies and add a little something to the left and the right of that. And since we're doing it this way, I do have longer border dies. I can probably do that and then just cut them in half. Or even just the one piece. I don't know. It depends on the border die. I picked some up recently that I should use. Let me find those. I'll be right back. I just have a stack of things next to me that are like things that I bought that I want to make sure with. And then also just things I've been working with, right? So I was like, I know I have them here somewhere. Oh, okay. So let's say it's gonna have to be this one, huh? This is really pretty, but it's really wide, which I guess is fine. I just feel like it needs to be this one. Oh, we can go with the floral one. That's really pretty. Okay. So again, I really need either to run this through twice. Excuse me, I'm trying to get it off of here. Or the one piece, because we only need less than 10 inches of it. And the flower repeats in a weird way here. Not a weird way, but what I'm trying to say is like a very specific way, I guess. Okay, I'm going to try to run this through some cardstock. I have this piece here. This is very yellow gold, or it's kind of an interesting color. It's from Tonic. I'm just going to run it like this, because really I can leave 2 inches off. So I'm going to run it kind of in a way that I can then use this portion of it, right? The portion that I think needs to be used. So I'm going to stick that down and run this through. and I'll be right back, okay? And then we'll cut that in half. Because I am cheap and I don't like using my big plates because they're so expensive. I'll run this through like this, and once it cuts through this, I will pick up my plates, readjust this so it only runs through the area that didn't get cut, flatten out, you know, put it through again. I'll be right back. And let me show you what I mean, because I don't know where you are in your journey, and then people will be like, oh, I didn't know that, or, you know, whatever I mentioned. Like even right now that I'm using 2 cutting plates for the Empress and a Dollar Tree cutting mat. A lot of times people are surprised by that, and I'm like, oh, I've shown that like very many times. Even people I know that have watched my videos, you know, over and over, because they comment, so I'm familiar with their name, that only just recently was like, oh, I never saw that before. I'm like, try to show it every time. Oh, you know what, I'll just use the other side. So this piece that has not been cut yet, I will overlap a little bit from what has been cut, just so I make sure that everything gets cut. But it's basically called partial die cutting, because you're partially die cutting. Whatever you leave off the edge isn't going to get cut. So there you go. I'm going to run that through again. And that way you don't have to have longer plates or spend the money on those plates. They're pretty expensive, right? Another tip is to buy the Empress mini plates, the long ones, because they're a little bit less expensive, and I mean a little bit less. But something else to think about, because they're smaller, and you can pop those in here too. Okay. Look at that, so pretty. Okay, so let me clean up a little bit, and then we'll cut into this so we can put it on our project. Okay, so I was waiting to glue this down just in case I need to trim something off of it, but I should probably trim it off when it's here, so I don't think it really matters. What I want to see is like these flowers here, and then over here. So let me see how I measured this. I measured this. It is just over 11 inches, so I'm going to cut this right at 5.5 and see what that might look like. 5.5. Where's that? The little floral is right there. Okay. And what I'm going to do is glue this on either side in a way that I can see these flowers, and then I'll just trim off the rest. I'm not going to try to do math or try to figure out. I just want this to look pretty much the same. Now what's interesting is that, you know, this one ends with this part, because if I cut 2 strips, maybe I can get it back in the same spot, but we are turning this, so it's a little bit different, right? This flower that's up there is here, you know, so I'm just going to keep that in mind. And what do I want to do? Let's see. Trying to figure this out, guys. And I don't know why I use the wet glue. It'd probably be better to use like double-sided tape. We're going to glue this down anyway. But okay, just putting a little glue on there to begin with so I can manipulate this. So on this side, do we want that much to show? Maybe a little bit further up, because that's a lot, right? That's a really wide border. And then over here, what's showing there? A little bit of this chrysanthemum looking flower. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that down so it's about the same on that side. About the same amount in on this side. I know it looks crazy, but it'll be fine in just a moment. I'm just looking at these flowers and seeing kind of how they're playing off each other. They're going to be a little bit wonky because, again, the design, the way it continues. So again, this one's off of here, see? Just a little swirl, and this chrysanthemum thing is kind of over here too. I could probably bring it down a little bit more to make it more matchy. Something like that. And the flowers are a little more close together. That looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna let this set up for a moment. Now, when you bring this to your project, this could also be raised up a little bit, or it can just be flat, right? So that always adds, you know, to the design. I'm gonna leave this for just a moment because I'm gonna trim it down, and you can trim it down after you glue it down, to be honest. That way everything is just and then trim off. That's why I haven't glued it down yet. And it looks like the glue's already holding, so yeah, let's go for it, I guess. And I'm gonna glue it down. It does look nice though when you have dimension. Okay, so I'm gonna put glue all the way to the very edge of that because we're gonna cut this other piece off. All right, I'm just kind of eyeballing the edge of this. And on. How am I going to use this paper? I'm going to cover this anyway. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I can turn this however I want. I am absolutely eyeballing the center. If it is really problematic for you, you know, do your measurements so you know what center is. But I feel like that's pretty good. I'm eyeballing this center strip to make sure that's nice and straight. Yeah, I don't like when I get glue on here because even if I try to wash it off later, it really wants to stick. So I'm gonna turn this over. I'm gonna give myself a little break. I do have another appointment I need to get to. It's been a busy morning. I already went and did another appointment. My husband's here while the kids are sleeping. Oh, by the way, he's working from home now. He already started his new job. He's retired, but not really retired until like October from Marine Corps. And you can't work until you're at your terminal end of that, so it just began, even though he's been off, just enjoying whatever time. So, anyhow, can't be double dipping, so you can't work until there's a certain time frame where you can start working. All right, that's very important information. Okay, I'll be right back. Grab some scissors, and you can take this to your guillotine. I mean, why not? But if you just have your scissors, you can just, you know what, maybe I will. But usually I turn it over and I cut from this side because that's just easier than if you're on this side, you're kind of eyeballing where the edge is. You might be off and then you end up cutting your paper too. But, well, there you go. I guess I'm just going to do it this way. You can take it to your trimmer, obviously. Just cut that off. Especially this side because it's so little. Okay. Oh, I didn't say I cut into my paper just a little bit. I can see that. Okay, so that is that. I guess I can get rid of this. A lot of green here. That's why I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing with this card, or how I'm going to wrap it up, or how I'm going to put, you know, decoration in the middle. Again, so we can look at our flowers. Do these look like they're upside down? We can do it this way. That also looks weird, but it looks a little more the way it should be, I think, in my opinion. So I'm going to glue it down that way. Always look at your card and make sure you're opening it the way it needs to be opened, because sometimes we'll glue down our things and the flap is opening upside down or whatever. Okay. Ooh, I love that. It's very different. Again, a lot of green, a lot of green. So now I need a sentiment and then some other things, right? I mean, that's what we're doing. Okay. That's why I challenge myself, because I know I don't usually use a lot of green or know what to do with that. But there you go. Let's see what we have over here. I've been using that a lot. Anniversary floral stickers. I've been using this Banner Day a lot, and I don't know if that's what I want to use, but maybe it's good for this. I also have the stamp set that goes along with the Stampin' Dies, which I hardly ever bring out, but I do have those. It's your special day with some blue. Okay, it's like the blue from the background, right? Now, flowers. I'm just looking over here. I have a ton of Anagriffin things to my right here. That's where I keep them. I have like fern foliage. Let me see. I'll be right back. It's just too much green at this point, but I need to bring in some flowers. And I don't even know if these are my favorite. I honestly don't know if this came with a paper pack. Did I buy these by themselves? It's because I've been dying for the fern dies that Anagriffin will just not bring back. I missed out on them, and I've been wanting to get them ever since. I even look on eBay every once in a while to see if they have them. So there's a fern there. There's some fern stuff here. This one came apart from its base, which is interesting. Or maybe I did that. I don't know. Sometimes I do take things and I don't want them to be thick. So I might have done that in like a previous video. There's lots of different sizes here, which is nice. What is that one? That one... I don't know if that's something I even want to use. Let's get some flowers. I have these anniversary floral stickers. I need to wrap it up, so I gotta go. I don't even know if the colors of these or the style would be good. Like, again, I don't really have any florals on here yet, so I mean, it could be anything, right? Some of these are out there. They're quite different. Okay, see, that looks pretty to me. And it kind of is reminiscent of the little borders here, right? Okay, maybe something like that. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's different. It's going to be very high. And I'm just debating if I need to put something down the middle here. I kind of like the way that looks. It's just like a little bunch of things here. Cute. I mean, we can add more. Hold on. So this is the part that was always very hard for me to decide with Anna Griffin things. I don't know I don't like too much, so I don't want to cover everything up. But, you know, if it's not dazzling, then you're like, oh, it doesn't look like it's enough, right? I don't know that we need anything like that. I mean, this could... Again, I have this one layer. I like that. You know why? I like it. I don't know. I just like it. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to pick this up very carefully because I'm going to use this to hold everything together, essentially. So I have this guy. It's your special day. Something like that. Before I pick this up, I'm going to slide this back underneath. Okay, guys, I think we got it. So what happened is with this one, all I did was kind of pry it off. So I just had the single layer, and apparently I stuck it back in the kit, so that's why that's there. Let's put that there. This piece is just kind of sticking out here. Just a little something. Maybe put up a little bit more. And, you know, it's just flat. If you want it to be doubled up, I guess, bring out the one that's doubled up. I just thought it looked nice, just like a little something else tucked back in there. And then this piece, we'll just take all this off. And that will be our card for today with, you know, some different layers. We are looking at everything, which is what I like. I don't like when things are just so covered up that you don't even see what the work you did before. I'm telling you, I've been to Creates or Crop at Home where you did all this work and then you literally covered all of it. I'm like, what is going on? And Anna's aware of that, and she'll say, you know, obviously that's not everyone's cup of tea, but like, why do we do all that work? Especially a lot of times we do all this intricate stuff, and then you literally just cover it all up, which is crazy business to me. And then you want this kind of sideways, and you know, let's get a little bit closer, or just however you want. I like the way that looks. I mean, maybe I would tuck something else in there, but I like this kind of swag look. And I'm just looking at what's the center real quick. Sorry, guys. Maybe I should bring this over a little bit more. Okay. Just going to press down. Okay. Well, there it is. Again, I just wanted to challenge myself using this paper, and I just used the opposite side of it, whatever I had left. I still have some paper left for another project, a little, you know, bit that we had cut off there. But I think that came out really pretty. I love just popping in with that pink. This is her anniversary flower, so it's just a mix of different things in here. And then, again, just a little background greenery. We already have the gold here, so that's why I didn't feel like I need to put any flourishes in there. And I'm super happy. I love that the flowers are showing, and yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I won't delete this footage like I did the last time I made a card, which is this one. I have it with me here, and it bums me out that I deleted this footage. Oh my gosh, you guys. I cannot believe I did that. But we talked about it. I did a little project share, and it's what it is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that gives you an idea kind of playing around with these things, especially if you're new to Anna Griffin, or, you know, you want to get the bang for your buck of like the these beautiful things that you know, pay quite a bit of money for, right? So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.